Hi everyone, welcome to Data Server. My name is Taiwo. Our topic today is focused on showing you how to create dynamic stunning dashboard in Power BI. As displayed on the screen, the colorful and interactive dashboard you are seeing was developed according to the standard of the final project for data analysis qualification in United Kingdom, authorized by the BCS, British Computer Society, UK. To show the brief summary of the dashboard, I will load the pre-designed demo dashboard so you can see how interactive and stunning it is. The dashboard is loading. There you go. This is our colorful and interactive demo dashboard. Our dashboard includes 6 key performance indicators KPI, which are as follows: the total sales, the accessory total sales, the bike total sales, clothing total sales, component total sales, and the average quantity order. These are our 6 KPI. Also, we have our 4 slicer. We have date range slicer. We have territory slicer. We have subcategory name slicer, and we have category name slicer. We have 2 summary table for data presentation, category total sales, and total sales by year. In addition, we have 6 different visual charts to showcase our sales insight in this dashboard. And we have total sales by order, percentage of total sales by category name, total sales by category name, total quantity by product name, total sales by territory name, and total sales by subcategory name. So I'm going to just quickly demonstrate how interactive this dashboard is. If I click the first slicer of subcategory name breaks, it's interactive. Further, I'm going to click 2 from the category name accessory. As you can see, clothing. Let's see. And if I click Canada, it's going to show us the total sales for Canada. If I click Germany, it's going to show us, and if I click United Kingdom, as you can see. So it's interactive. Also, you can use the any of the charts to filter based on that. Click on 2019, it's going to filter as well. And the last of our slicer, if I click date range, it's going to change to our date selected, and I can click the calendar to select individual dates. This is interactive. And another good thing about this dashboard, you can click, all you need to do, you press Control and click clear all slicer. You can see everything back to normal. So this is our dashboard. It's very interactive and colorful. The next thing to show you is our data set we use in this particular dashboard. I'm going to click our table view. This is our table view. As you can see, we have 9 columns in this particular data set: category name, product name, order date, order quantity, unit price, total price, subcategory name, territory name, year and date, new order year. So we have total of 451 record, as you can see. So this is our data set. I'm just going to give you a brief summary about this data set. As I said earlier, the data set was extracted from Adventure Works sample database. For anyone interested to download the data set, visit learnmicrosoft.com to download your copy of Adventure Works sample database. Note, the raw data is stored in SQL. You need to extract all the data using Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. You have to use the latest version. The data set is officially recommended by BCS, British Computer Society, for professional data analysis, especially for final examination project in the UK. Before I go further, I'm going to load the page from Microsoft for you to see the actual page to download this data from. It's loading. So this is the Adventure Works sample data page. All you need to do, if you go to this learnmicrosoft.com, you go to, these are all Adventure Works in BAK. So that's what you need to do to download this data. And if you are an undergraduate student pursuing a degree in data analysis, this tutorial will help you to aim for a distinction in your final project. All business requirements used to build this dashboard are directly aligned with the standard of the UK data analysis final project. For example, the business requirement used for the dashboard was extracted from the data analysis final project by the BSc. As you can see from the slide I'm going to show now, you will understand that this particular, before we open the dashboard slide, let's go back to our dashboard. So we're going to click our, so we are now back to our dashboard. So as I said, I'm going to show you the business requirement we use for this particular dashboard. And it's loading, and this is our business requirements. As you can see, you have to showcase the following: the KPI total sales summary, tabular category and year total sales, cluster bar chart year total sales, donut chart percentage category total sales, stack column chart category total sales, cluster column chart product quantity, line chart territory total sales, pie chart subcategory total sales. We have 8 business requirements in this particular tutorial, but the standard for final project for data analysis qualification in UK by BCS, British Computer Society, is between 12 and 18. So, and this particular business requirement was extracted from the standard required by the BCS. So basically, the sky is the limit. Another thing I need to show you in this particular tutorial is the CorelDRAW background design for this dashboard. I'm going to load our CorelDRAW to show you what we did to design the background, and it's loading. There you go, this is our CorelDRAW. If you click here, that's the image vector, created vector bicycle image, and the next second step is we multiplicate the bicycle image to 5 by 6 rows and column with lighter blue, and the next third stage we will create a gradient rectangle box with dark navy blue and lighter blue, and the last stage we combine the multiple bicycle vector with the gradient rectangle box and add screen capture of the demo dashboard to be 70% transparency position at the middle of the gradient box. This is what we've done to complete the background in CorelDRAW. For those of you that want us to create a tutorial in CorelDRAW for you to be able to do some artistic creativity design in CorelDRAW, add to the comment and request for CorelDRAW tutorial. In the next workshop, we're going to roll it out. So basically, this is what we need to do. So we're going to go back to our dashboard, and it's loading. So this is our dashboard, and the next thing to do is to create similar dashboard step-by-step tutorial from start to finish. Now we're going to launch our blank Power BI dashboard. And our Power BI blank page still loading. So it's going to come up in a minute. This is our blank Power BI. So we're going to start from scratch. The first thing to do is to import our data. Now, to import our data, we're going to click on Import from Excel. And this is our data PWBI dashboard. I'm going to open that. It's loading. And our data to use is sys data. It's already structured data, already clean. There's nothing to do than to just click load. For those of you that are familiar with Power BI data transformation, you need to click on transform data if you want to do some further cleansing. But now this particular data is clean. I'm going to click load. As you can see, it's loading the data onto our dashboard. So for our 51 record, if you click it, you will see that we have 9 columns. So basically, the first thing to do again to our data, this particular other year, we're going to change it, the data type, which is going to be 10 seconds, to text. And I'm going to explain to you later on why we change it to text, because we're going to use it. So that is done. The next thing to do is to format our canvas page. We go to the canvas page, setting. We don't want to use the default page setting 16 column 9. We're going to use custom, and also we're going to make our height to be 960 pixel, our width to be 1440 meters, 440 pixel, and our background, as we already discussed previously. So we're just going to load our background. It's going to be, click on under image browse. It's going to load the folder where your background is saved. I'm going to select bicycle BKD, it's our background, and I'm going to make it to fade, and I will turn it to 0% for the transparency, and our background will color. There you go. This is our background. And the next thing to do is to insert our title for the dashboard. And the title for our dashboard is Power BI Dynamic Stunning Dashboard Adventure Work Sys Data Analysis. So to do that, we're going to click on Insert, the text box, and we align to the top, in the middle between the bicycle. I'm going to add format the size. We're going to maintain the default size. We can give it size 24, make it bold, color white, centralize. And that's what we need to do. Go to come to general effect, and we're going to make this one to be 100%. Sorry, done. That is our title. And the next thing to do is to create the KPI. And to create the KPI, the first one is going to be our total sales. Our total sales will show us the first KPI. And to do that, we click on card. And we select total price. And for most, total price again, and change the currency sign to English United Kingdom, which is going to be pounds sign. That's it. And another thing to do is to remove the, we don't want the label, we're going to go to format, category label, remove, and we're going to format this to be size 20. We're going to maintain bold, we're going to make it white. That's what we need to do in that section, go to general. You're going to expand all so you can easily see all what you want to do. So start from the, you want this particular height to be 76 and the width to be 180. And the thing first continue to do, you're going to position a vertical 64 and align the, yes, the horizontal data, and also next thing to do here, we're going to give a title. Our title will be data sales, and we're going to set the board. We're going to leave it as, make it white, and the color background we're going to make it blue, hexadecimal blue. So change the color to and make it in the middle, and come a bit forward to the white line. We want the white line to be yellow, and our hexadecimal for yellow will be 4F and 20. And the width will be 3 to 3. The next thing to do is the effect. I'm going to make a background to be deep blue. We don't want automatically rotation, we don't want effect. And background to be deep blue and 50% transparent, and also the visual border is the next thing to do. That will be the color yellow, and the thickness of the width is 4, and the round will be 15, and that is the end of our first KPI. So the next thing to do is to create new measure. So we after the first measure we need to create is accessory, and to create our measure we are going to use dash function, which is shortened. That's meaning is data analysis expression, is the code using in Power BI. And to do that, we just right mouse click on our sys data, say new measure, and we add our code. And what this code does, the name we give it to the measure is unit total accessory. Calculate the total sum, which give this formula calculate total sum for sales data and the total price column. But we want to calculate for only accessory. That's why we put accessory in quote. So we click that, and our next measure is byte. Do the same thing for all our measure. Add our byte measure code. We click that. Our next measure is clothing. Mostly new measure, and our next measure is component. Mostly new measure, and our last measure is average quantity. Mostly new measure, and that's our measure completed. So in order to populate all this additional 5 measure, you're going to duplicate this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, We Control C, Control V. Go to this now. Make it to be 6. Control C, Control V. Do the alignment later. So what we need to do, first thing to do is to change this one to remove the total price, change it to unique. This next one also remove the price, change it to the type, and this one remove total price, change it to the quoting, and this one remove the total price, change it to component. The last one remove total price, change it to average, and come to format. We need to change the value of decimal to 0, so it give us whole number. Another next procedure is to give them the title, change all their title. The first one is going to be accessory total, which is this one. So you can see accessory, we go to general title. The next one is going to be bike, give it bike total. The next one is going to be clothing. So you can see, give it clothing total. The next one is going to be components total. Give it components total. And the last one title is going to be average quantity. Click on that and change it to average quantity. We can also align all of them together to make sure they are size. We want all of them to be size 76 in height and 180 in width. We can bring it to somewhere here. We can align it on top. Compress them so that we have more space for when set the size again. So 76, 180. Go to format, line, distribute horizontally. That's it, that's what we want. So this completes our 6 KPI. And the next thing to do is to do the first slicer. And to do our slicer, which is going to be date range, the first one, we duplicate total sales, Control C, Control V, and we expand the date. We change it to slicer, and we remove the total price, and we have other dates. And that's what we need to do. We go to format, we remove slicer header, we don't want slicer header, and we go to our value, we select yellow and make it bold. And that's all what we need to do. We go to general, we have to change the title to date range, title for our date range. We don't have date range for our title. And done. That is our first slicer is done. And another thing we need to do our first slicer, we don't want these round corner, and we want that effect, that visual which is visual bottom right corner. We're going to set it to 0. That's it. We can come back for alignment later on, and position and size. So we're going to do the next slicer, which is going to be our territory slicer. All you need to do is duplicate this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. You know that we don't want title for our territory, so we're going to remove the title first. So, and what we need to do is to remove other dates, add territory name. I'm going to go to our slicer setting, turn it to tie, add show selector as well, and that's what we need to do. We can check our value to be bold black, bold, and we need to make it black. And increase the size to 12. Use the default font and set the position later. So the second slicer done, and the third slicer we're going to do the same thing. So duplicate, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, create our third slicer, and our third slicer is going to be subcategory name. And we remove this, we select subcategory name. So and so the next thing to do is to go to the format, expand all, change this one to white background, and also we can go to the value, make it bold. That's it. So we need to do. The next thing to do is to change it to subcategory. Give it our title as subcategory. We need to go to title, change it to subcategory name. That's it. Our next slicer is going to be quicker and straightforward. Ctrl C, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, which is going to be category name. So all we need to do, we remove the subcategory name, we add category name, and we go to the slicer, title, we just remove this off. That's our category name. Done. So our first slicer completed. So the next thing to do is to create our table summary. We can use this as well. Ctrl C, Ctrl V to create our table summary. And our first table is category total sales. To do that, we need to change our visual from slicer to table, and we remove this to one category total sales. We're going to select our category and select price. Then another thing to do here is to make sure we change the title, also the total to be bold, white, yellow, bold, yellow color. So select bold. That's it. And the next thing to do is to change the title, and our title will be category total sales. Give it new title, category total sales. That's it. Do the alignment later. Now our next table, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, we duplicate this category total sales. We're going to create our total sales by year. And to create our total sales by year, all we need to do, remove the 2, add the other year, you can see, this is the reason why I said we need to change this one to test at the initial stage. And we select total, and that's it. The next thing to do on this one is just to change the title to total sales by year, and that's what we're going to do. General, final general title done. We're going to set the parameter for position and width later. So we've done our two table summary. The next thing is our chart. We need to produce 6 charts. First and foremost, we duplicate total sales by year. Control C, Control V, it up here. We just want to replicate what is in our demo page. So to do that, we need to change this to cluster bar chart. So, and we need to format the X and Y axis. Expand so that we can see everything. So we're going to just change it to yellow color and make it bold. And so we go to the title, change it to yellow color, make it bold. And so the axis value bold, yellow color, so that it be visible. And so bold, yellow color. And these are the Y and X axis. Another thing to do here is the label, so that we can label. You want it to be visible, and you want it to be value to be yellow as well. Make it bold as well. That's it. So based on our colorful dashboard, we need to change this bar to a different color we want. And before we do that, we have to sort by the year. So you can see 2019 is at the top. We go to category 2019 first, so we change it to the color we want. 2018, we change it to another color we want. 2017, change to another light color. 2016, change it to another color. And that's what we need to do. Let's see, 2015, put gold. And that's it. So that completes our first chart. And the next chart is going to be our percentage of total sales by category name. Control C, Control V, and duplicate the category to here, which is going to be our, make this one to be not chart. See, so we change the legend color to be yellow design color. Yellow gold. Also, before we go further, we have to change this back because it clashes with the background, so we're going to make it very lighter. As you can see, that thing is to change it, make it gold. So the next thing is to change the title, which is going to be percentage. It's going to be positioned to the side of this one. Also, we need to change this title to total sales by order year. And our next chart is going to be total sales by category name. We're going to duplicate this one, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and we're going to be using star column chart for this. So star column chart, and you want to change the title first. That is by category name. So, and get to by category name, we remove the other, add the category name, and we have to arrange, sort them based on category name. So basically, the next thing to do is to give them color. So to do that, we go to visual and all. Now the category, first one is component, we're going to change that color. The next one is clothing, change it to something different. And the third one is bike. I've not used red, I'm going to use red. So decimal color for red is F5000. And the last one is accessory, give it another color, yellow. So we make our category name colorful. And the next one is Ctrl C, Ctrl V. We're going to duplicate this. It's our total quantity by product name. So and it's going to be so we're going to change it to add the title first. Total quantity by product name. We'll change the title. So and to do that, we remove the two field. Total listed quantity order and product name. And as you can see, remember we want to make our dashboard be colorful. We're going to change all the data. So to do that, we go to our visual. This one is coming out, so give it a small space. So we expand. Come into the first and foremost, we want to change it to a different color. column category. We first the one on the list, we change that color to desired color. Next, we select random color. Next, now this is a time consuming. It makes your dashboard to stand out, especially for those of you that want to do project for your final examination. You can impress your examiner if you be able to produce this similar dashboard. Just give the examiner that you understand what you are doing. Also the last one, another color that is not in the list here, so we can select something gold, and that's it. And that is done. No position somewhere here. So, and our next chart is going to be, we're going to duplicate this. So Control C, Control V will be total sales by subcategory name. So and it's going to be pie chart. We remove this. We add subcategory name and we change the visual to pie chart. Also, the color is clashing, and before we go for that, we need to change the title, general. Now it's time to change, and also we want to make all the lenses to be yellow color. So yeah, and another thing to take note is this color flashing. Which is going to be decided that we're going to change this one to a lighter color. So that says by subcategory name. And our last chart is going to be line chart. Control C, Control V. And we're going to change it to its total sales by territory name, and it's going to be line chart. So what we need to do is to remove category name, add territory name, and change the visual to line chart, and that's it. So we don't want the label to go to visual. We don't want the data label. So another thing to do is to change the name of the title to total sales by territory name. Go to general, the title, change the name, and change. So all our chart done. So the last in this particular dashboard is the clear all slicer. We're going to arrange all our charts based on position. So the next thing to do is our clear all slicer. To add our clear all slicer button, we're going to click on insert, go into buttons and select clear all slicer. This down, and we're going to bring it to the position where we want it to reside, and all we need to do is go to the button, expand all, and first thing to do, we're going to set the shape to octagon, and the next thing is to change the color to gold and make it yellow. I'm going to give it the border. Make it yellow, red, make it red border. It's similar to what we designed. And that is all. Another thing to do with this is the tooltip is to add information for the user. Press Ctrl and click in order to do the reset. So this is all what we need to do in this tutorial is completed. And it's very crucial for those of you that want to do your funnel project to come and get professional skill to impress your examiner in your final project. If you present this, be rest assured you're going to get distinction in your final project in data analysis qualification in United Kingdom. So, not to take too much of your time, let me just quickly interact with this particular dashboard. So, as you can see, when we select the first slicer, when we click on Canada, it's going to calculate all the total sales for Canada. As you can see, France and South UK there. We can decrease the size of, because of the weight, we can decrease the size of our font size so that our, just quickly show that our United Kingdom will pop up. See, that's it. This is our United Kingdom. These are the list of our. So that's it. Basically, this is all what we need to do. So we click our subnet category. Test is working. Our category name accessory by. Also, we can use our chart to filter. Select 2019. We can select 2018. Everything is working. We can use our date slicer to do calculation based on our selection. It's going to show and click individual dates as well, like what we did initially. Everything is working. And the last one on the page, we can use our slicer to bring it back to default. As you can see, that's it. So, unleash your potential. The sky is the limit. Come to our channel to get more professional design of related data analysis like Microsoft Excel as well, advanced, and also Microsoft Access and SQL. So thank you for watching. Come to our channel for more educative tutorial. And remains just Taiwo. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Stay blessed. Bye for now.